Okay, we're going to try this again. Come on, YouTube, catch up with the fact that I'm live. Yep. We're back on again. Yeah, hey, Alan, I'm back. Alright, I don't know what the freak happened. Hey, Alan, how are you? I don't know what the hell happened, but whatevers. Anyway, we're going now. I don't know, Streamlabs blinked or the internet blinked. Something blinked. Ooh. So anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, almost made it to the end of the intro. So we'll just skip right to the, the hell with it all. Just hit the damn like button and get ready, because we're going to do some shit. Yes, we are. Well, I was back first, David, but thank you for coming back. Well, hello there, everybody. Welcome to the basement. Welcome to the Saturday Night Chill. Welcome to the new link. Because I don't know what the hell that last shit was. But we're back. We're here. We're going to do this mess. And we're going to fucking have fun. Because I said so. Anyway. Who we got up in here? Alan's up in here. David, Brady, Bloomer. Noise. Sabersmith, Brooke, good evening all, and good evening to all who decided to click on what better be the much longer version of tonight's live stream than the last one, which is, I believe, 2.5 minutes approximately, and we'll probably get more views. Damn it, Jim. There we go. Much better. Had some water leakage. Well, yeah, those that are on the west coast of North America, in the U.S. part at least, got a shit ton of rain this week. So, cool. How was everyone's week, or at least day, or what have you? Everybody doing all right? Outside of, again, near drowning on the west coast, or, possibly having to buy a canoe by the middle of the week. Something along those lines. So, like, on the real, I know I haven't done a video in a couple weeks, and I'll be honest, my mentals have kind of been shit. And that's why. So, hopefully I can get that poo turned around fairly quickly for literally everyone's sake. And get back to grinding a bit more. Watched 3 episodes of Berserk last night. And some Luke Cage. Yeah, Luke Cage. Luke Cage is a good show. It's not the best of the bunch, but it's a good show. Thank you. So yeah, we got some stuff to talk about. We had enough. There's enough stuff to talk about. I actually had to write it down so I didn't forget any. Where's my little listy list here? Ah, there we go. So I believe it was just today we got a narrowing down of the release window for the Acolyte show from Lucasfilm. We got some hype for Super Bowl tomorrow. Yeah. That's going to be a damn good game. It's going to be a damn good game, I think. Also, go Chiefs. Because fuck the 49ers. And also, you bitches are welcome. We handed that shit to you. I'm not still bitter about that at all. Not one bit. I'm over it. I never say take the points or think about it or anything like that at all. Sabersmith, that's amazing. Good old Chunk. Harris. Who's that sexy animal you see on your screen? I don't know, what window do you have pulled up, because it ain't this stream. How you doing, man? How's your week been? Yeah, I saw people fucking with our boy on Twitter, so I stepped in a bit. And I ended up getting the last word, too, after dude was talking so much shit. It was great. Oh, that's right. It's your birthday weekend. Happy birthday, Mr. McGrade. Cheers to you, sir. How's he doing over there? How's he doing? Cool. Yeah, that was, see, like, all right, let me try and sum up. So, Thursday or yesterday, I can't remember because time is more easily explained by Einstein and mine all blends. So, but, Jay had quote tweeted some dude talking about trash or some shit. So I'm like, well, what the fuck is this? So I got in there and found Jay be embroiled in a debate with the creator of Babylon 5 and some people who have taken self-appointed themselves JMS's guard dogs. Oh, we can talk about the wrestling too. I'll get to that. I'm not big into wrestling, but my son-in-law is, and he's got thoughts. And quite a few people I follow, other people I follow on the YouTubes have thoughts because they're into wrestling too. So yeah, we'll talk about that shit. Yeah, right. But excuse me. I'm caught off guard with that one. Normally I at least get the big inhale first. That was just straight to the hack. Anywho, so I read some of the tweets back and forth just to get myself acquainted with the situation, and then I attempted to interject on Jay's side with reason and stuff, and at a minimum I semi-distracted like the head troll. Self-admitted, by the way. Repeatedly self-admitted troll. But yeah, so that was entertaining. Actually, this is the first person in a while that has actually given me something approaching a lively debate. So I was actually kind of grateful to run into that troll just for that aspect. Normally, I'm dealing with people on the lower end of intelligence, or people who don't know what the fuck nuance is, or who are like headline readers and don't actually know anything below surface level stuff. So it is what it is. Excuse me. But also, speaking of Jay, he invited me to go live with him next Saturday at noon, so I'm pretty sure on his channel. So I'll be on Sidetrack next week at noon Eastern Time, 5 p.m. his time, 9 a.m. Harris's time. Sci-fi fans, intellectual trolls we are, yes. Correct. And also appreciate the Yoda phrasing. Perhaps the guard dogs should go with Chunk training. Yeah, maybe. Or at least be locked in a room with Chunk after Sabersmith feeds him like beans or something. No, see, that's the thing, Brooke, is this dude literally admitted to being a semi-retired troll. He's like, I'm a semi-retired troll. I'm like, well, good for you. Why don't you go greet at Walmart instead of being a troll or some shit? I'm not doing the truffle shuffle, even though I am quite capable of it, at least in my build. Not happening. Tonight's stream at Mr. McGrade. We now have a release window, allegedly, for The Acolyte. We got all kinds of fun pictures of some new costumes on Daredevil. We got Iger's comments about what's coming out, and then we have what came out later in a press release, and then there's a little bit of conflicting info there, so we'll talk about which one we want to believe. And of course, Carano v. Disney will be addressed this evening as well. But before we get into that, Saber asked me a question about The Rock and Cody Rhodes thing. So, no, some people do need to be locked in a room with Chunk Sabersmith. Some people do. Where I like The Rock, and I know him to generally be a sweet fellow in one-on-one situations. He's a superstar for a reason, and one of the reasons is because he has an ego the size of, well, it's motherfucking huge. So, I think he is, despite everything that went down in DC, completely not in his favor. Somehow he is still convinced that his star power is more immense than it actually is. And that with CM Punk being injured and them needing someone to step in, it should be him, but they need to change the storyline so it's him against his cousin for the belt. Yeah, and I guess as of the press conference thing that Sabersmith just referred to, he is taking the heel role with it too. So, but yeah, I think the only reason he's in it is because The Rock is The Rock, and like literally now they gave him the rights to it, and he's on the board of TKO. So he's probably like, well, I mean, I'm motherfucking Dwayne The Rock Johnson. You need WrestleMania saved. It's got to be me. And now we have what we have. And then they decided to double down on it in the press conference. And not only are they putting him in the match, they're having him go heel on top of that. Which is, I mean, if you're going to stick with this bullshit, then yeah, that's probably the best way to go about it. At least, you know, most people probably have already realized he's the asshole that's fucking it up anyway, so he may as well play it to the hilt, as they say. Yeah, that's what I hear. It would have been cool for Cody to be able to finish his story. So, but yeah, that's my thoughts on that situation. As someone who's very much an outsider to wrestling nowadays, I used to be into it. I loved it when I was a kid. Got out of it for a bit. Got back in with the Stone Cold versus Rock storyline. Hung out for a while. And then I hated the storylines that they were doing, and so I got out of it and haven't been back since. So it's probably been 15 years since I've actually been, like, into it. Isn't WWE all staged and choreographed? Yes. Yeah, it's a soap opera with sweaty dudes and chicks throwing each other around and beating on each other. To a certain extent, they are beating on each other. Like, you know, they're generally not actually using fists and stuff, and they're accentuating it with the stomps. But, you know, they're still taking blunt force trauma regularly and often. So, but yes, it is staged and choreographed. And in this case, they're doing horrible story writing. Bradley O'Brien, what is going on? How are you? And how are you, Stanleys? And everyone, if you did not do so already, hit the friggin' like button, please. I need them likes, especially since I haven't been able to get my mind right enough to do videos. I need the algorithm to remember I fucking exist. So I need likes. I need comments on the replay. I need a lot of stuff being typed over there in the chat. I'm surviving. This shit is therapy for me, so. Big day today. Oh yeah, that's right. It's fucking. It's already Super Bowl Sunday where you're at, technically. The booze over the rocks tagline. Yeah, I heard about that. Excuse me. Yeah, random itch. Random itches. I hate the random itches. Okay. So, since it's already come up, The Acolyte, according to Collider. What's up, Rob? How you doing, brother? God damn. Sorry about that, guys. Was that Justice League what on Volume 1 today? I don't know that. I'm not as up on my DC acronyms as I am on other stuff. Chilling in the shed. Nice. Motherfucker. All right. Yes, according to Collider, The Acolyte will release sometime this summer. Which actually I think is cool because we've been hearing a lot about it. The stuff we've heard about the show itself has been kind of actually cool. Like the character mix, like, you know, actually having Jedi and like Sith again. And, you know, but in a different era. In a Wookiee. And the plot line sounds cool, but then some of the people involved with the show have been saying stupid shit just out in the general medias. Which, of course, has soured people on the show to various degrees. All right, bro. We'll see you in a minute. The end of NFL till August, sadly. That is true. Super Bowl is the culmination of the NFL season. But, you know, then we immediately get to start talking draft and shit, which is right here in Detroit this year. Thank you very much. I have got to find a way to get downtown for some of that. Whether I actually get in or not is highly doubtful because it's the NFL, so that means it's expensive as fuck. But just being, like, down there around it will be good enough for me. And who the fuck knows who I might see. I'm gonna have to have my phone and like, with the camera up at all times and just ready. Yeah, I heard that was good, dude, bro. I have recently gained access to Max. That's how I'll put it. And I have to say, when you just go under their DC section, the amount of badass animated DC that they have is amazing. Like, yeah, they have the live action on there too. Like, and for the most part, who gives a fuck? Although they do have all the original Reeve movies, which is Superman movies, which is dope. But there is so much amazing animated content on that thing. It's glorious. It's fucking glorious. So now that we actually have a narrower release window than sometime this year, now it's sometime of this summer. Has that jacked up y'all's anticipation for the Acolyte at all? Is there any difference in how you feel? Oh yeah, that's totally on my watch list, the Red Sun, for sure. Yeah. Does that alter your feelings in any way towards the Acolyte? Or are you just like, alright, cool, now I know? Or you're like, oh, sweet, it's sooner than I thought, and that's actually pretty cool? Or are you just like, don't really care about that show in the first place anyway? Yeah, the DC Animated Studios writers are pretty fucking good. Like, honestly, they should have been yanked out of that studio and put on live action shit a long time ago. Just for the stories. Rob's looking forward to it. Happy it's coming out in summer. Cool. Does anybody else in the class have any thoughts on the Acolyte coming out in summer? And is anyone's anticipation ratcheted even a bit? Still waiting for Acolyte trailer before judging it one way or another. That makes sense, Stanley's. That makes sense. You can see if that one leak trailer's still on Reddit. At least baseball's back soon. Yeah. I'm not like a massive, massive baseball fan, but, you know, I pay attention enough to know what's going on for the most part. Watch some highlights. Sabersmith says, Wookiee High Republic Jedi. I'm in. Griff is in now. What's going on, man? Welcome, welcome, welcome. So yeah, it's been mostly a rando convo. We only just been talking about the Acolyte coming out in summer, as opposed to sometime 2024. Now it's sometime summer 2024. And if that makes any difference in how you feel about the show. Rob says, I'm really excited about a series that has the Force stuff but not connected to anything. I assume by not connected to anything, you mean not specifically about someone directly related to Skywalkers? In some fashion or another? Hopefully they cut loose and try to explore new things. Yes, that would be dope. I would like to see some new Force powers. You know? Or at least them utilized more often. Like, we've actually seen Force speed one time. When Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan had to run away from the droidicas. Where are those droidicas? Is there any good shows on Disney? Yeah. Loki. Both seasons is good. I say WandaVision's good. The first 2 seasons of The Mandalorian are good. The third season's a bit meh. Bad Batch is good. Tales of the Jedi is good. Only got 11 more days until Bad Batch, so that's a plus. Yeah. 1 week from Wednesday. 3-episode premiere. Did any of you guys watch that little clip they put out? With Crosshair and Omega talking? They got Crosshair fucked up, man. If you guys have not watched that clip, go watch it. Percy Jackson is good. Yeah, I've heard good things about Percy Jackson. I hear the show's a better adaptation than the movies were that came out a few years back. Rob likes Hawkeye. Hawkeye was alright. It wasn't wow, but it wasn't bad. Plus, they have Daredevil now. Yeah, but that's not out yet. It does not count. Although X-Men 97's coming out, so that'll be dope. Should be dope. Better be dope. Rebels. Walking Dead's not on Disney Plus. Rebels is, though. Fucking Clone Wars. Both versions. Adam Copeland played Ares. I'm trying to think of who Adam Copeland is. Occasionally watch a few Family Guy clips. Yeah. The Family Guy is funny. Sometimes Seth forgets when to stop the joke. Like, he will ride a joke like a $2 hoe. They're going to break your heart. You just know it. Sabersmith Crosshair looks miserable. Yeah. Walking Dead is on Disney Plus in England. Oh, all right. It's on Netflix over Cheer. Oh, yeah, the Netflix one. Yes. Yes, that's right. Disney has all the Netflix stuff. So, yeah, those are all... Okay. Daredevil's awesome. Jessica Jones is awesome. Luke Cage is pretty good. The Punisher is really good. And Iron Fist is there. And then the Defenders team-up show is okay. Oh, Edge for... Oh, okay. Wow. Is he roided up? Is Edge all roidy now? Did he get on the gear? Did he pull an Efron? And please, don't tell me Efron didn't get on gear. Look at that fucking jaw of his in the Iron Claw. Tell me he don't look like Stallone looked in the Rambo movie where he wore a shirt. Disney has a show where we see a brain fall out of a dude's head. Good. They need some shit like that. Like, yes, Disney's supposed to be a family channel. Well, guess what? Sometimes, like, adults with kids eventually put them kids to bed. And they're probably not looking to watch the fucking Lion King at that point. Just saying. Edge isn't all roided beyond normal. Looks like he always has. Okay, just older with short hair. That's in season 1 of Daredevil. Okay. Well, that's cool, though. I mean, I'm glad he's working. He was, he and Christian were fun. They were part of, they were part of the wrestling that I enjoyed when I was enjoying it the last time. Oh, David, I know. I'm just saying. If you got kids of a certain age, you probably already watched the animated Lion King within, like, if not the last few hours, the last few days. But yes, you just went up like 5 notches in my wife's eyes with that one, though. Lion King is her favorite. Smart move, Pink. You bought the Hulu, or you're subscribed to the Hulu now. See, I'm on that the 3 network bundle where it's Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN. And your favorite too, David? Nice. So like that who is it? Like ESPN, Fox, and somebody else are all supposed, like TNT Sports, I think it is, are all supposed to combine into one app like for them. So I'm like, well, what's that going to do to my bundle? That's what I want to know. Like, am I going to get grandfathered into the Dope Sports app, or are they going to take it away from me and make me get it separate? This is what I want to know. Because I will be pissed. Pumbaa would have been lunch in real life. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the Lions would have been having pork loin that night for sure. All right. Oh, that's what I forgot to pull up. All right, bear with me for a wee bit here, folks. We're going to move on to the next subject. We're going to take a look at these new Daredevil costumes from the set photos. Oopsie, learn how to type, Mr. Sir. See if this one's got some good images. Oh, that's a better shot. Okay, yeah, this one's got some good images. All right, we'll use this one. What's up, Blazer Hawk Darren? How you doing? You ready for the game, Britt? CB. I'm cool with that, actually. All right, so we got some new we got some more set photos from the filming of the Daredevil Born Again with some really good looks at some new costumes. So let's fucking look at them. Oh, where's this one on? Oh, yeah, comicbook.com for this one. Credit where credit's due. Go Chiefs. Fuck yeah, go Chiefs. So this is it, ladies and gentlemen. This is Daredevil's new costume. Now, obviously, this is the stunt guy, because this is not Charlie Cox's face. I can tell because this motherfucker ain't as pretty. So. But this is obviously going to be the costume. If he's wearing it, it's what Charlie's going to be wearing when they film him just talking. I dig it. I actually like the fact that it's brighter. I love all the black piping or whatever you want to call it, because it's not overly done. I will say I think the boots should be red though. Like I would have preferred. What's happening here? My mouse just fucking died. That's funny. We're going to have to do weird mousing here. Oh, hey, look at that. Yeah, so I would prefer the boots to be red, but I like the rest of it. It's done in good spots and it's not overdone. But other than that, I think it's pretty fucking dope. Now, the eyes do look weird, but I'm pretty sure that's so the stunt guy can see, and they'll do computer shit to it in post. I'm sure that's how that's going to work. And then we have Bullseye. I find this less than impressive. I mean, I like the fact he's got, I like his overall setup. Like, he's got, all his knives that he can whip out of people here and all that good stuff. And I'm sure he's got a gun somewhere, too. I see something poking out around his left leg down here. The costume, I like the shirt and the mask. I think I like this color scheme and stuff, but I don't know what the fuck is going on with these faded ass black pants. They literally look like he robbed a Walmart to get them fucking pants. I'm really hoping. I'm really, like, the top part, I'm fine if that's the final product, and all the sheaths and shit, and the leg gear and all that. I just really hope this is going to be adjusted, because this is kind of lame. Like, even if they were just fully, like black, like this part, or like the black on Daredevil suit, or even the black of this sheath, something like that. Don't cap D'Onofrio. Charlie doesn't do all the stunts. So, yeah. What do you guys think, chat? Ooh, I'm going to have to scroll up here. What do we got going on? All right. Okay, yeah, there we are. Anyone watching the new season of Halo? If so, is it any better? I am not watching it. R.I.P. Loki Season 2 is the last season? Yeah, probably. We're going to see Loki again, though. I mean, the motherfucker's holding a multiverse together. It's not like they can ignore him. Oh, damn. Do you have the stream up, love? Does it say 19 viewers on there, too? Wow. welcome everybody, and thank you so much. This is dope. I do believe this is my newest simultaneous, obviously it's my talent at speaking English that has gotten you all here. Jesus fuck. That is now my newest, highest simultaneous viewer count on a live. So thank you everybody who is watching. Obviously, I know you guys in the chat are watching. Thank you to all the lurkers. Although, if you want to help me out with the algorithm, at least pop in and type hi, just so I get some engagement. Pretty please and thanks. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do that too. And hit the bell button so you know whenever I go live or drop a video. Obviously, I'm live now, and this is Saturday night. I do that every Saturday night starting at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Mid-show self-plug. Brooke likes the new costumes. I agree, Daredevil's is a bit more refined, but these fucking pants, though, bro, are killing me. They're just fucking killing. They look like my pants. That's the problem. They look like my goddamn pants that I wear to work. Almost. So... Harris must be referring to the Halo. It depends if you like the first season of Halo or not. If so, yes. If no, probably not. Okay. Sabersman says, hype to see a Daredevil trailer. Yes, I am definitely ready for that, but I don't think we're going to get one of those until they are, if not completely finished filming, most of the way finished filming. What is this crap here? Shut up. I don't know who that guy was, but I was tired of his face. If the boots are red, that's too much red? Yeah. I suppose. They could have at least dropped a double D on the chest, though. That would have been sweet. I'm sorry, what? Yes, you do. Well, technically you have 2 double Ds on your chest, babe. Blazerhawk says, never saw any Daredevil movie or TV, but that looks good. Oh, dude. It's up to you if you want to watch the Ben Affleck Daredevil movie, but I most highly, highly, highly recommend you watch the Netflix series that Disney Plus now has. Or the one that was originally on Netflix. That's, that shit's amazing, bro. Dave says it looks more like a gimp outfit. Kinda. Harris likes Daredevil's new costume. I'm not sure if you're sold on the Bullseye one or not. Yeah. Sayer Smith says looks fantastic. Blazerhawk says Bullseye missed the mark on the design. Rob says no bueno. Ugh, goddamn these contacts. Harris says maybe it's super simplistic to make it CG. I like they did for the event, like they did for the Avengers uniform. Yeah, I can totally see. Yeah, I can definitely see them beefing all kinds of shit up in post. I just really hope that's what they're. I just want that to be the plan. Is what I'll say for that. They need to fix all the clothes. The weapon harness is fine. Sabersmith says not so good there. Rob says I'll watch Halo Season 2, at least the first couple, just not now. And that outfit is meant for G.I. Joe direct-to-video piece of shit. Yeah, kinda. It's, kind of looks like Goodwill version of Snake Eyes, don't it? Plus, extra knives. Excuse me. Yeah, but those are the costumes of our main protagonist and one of our antagonists, because there's still the news out there and we've seen pictures of Muse being a big problem for Daredevil in this show as well, so. Brooke says, I heard Halo Season 1 was horrible, otherwise was maybe considering watching it. Rob says, Cobra! Yes. Led by Starscream. I mean Cobra Commander. Same dude. Same voice actor. I had to go and brag. Now I lost 3 viewers. Either that or they popped in just in time for me to make one of my shitty-ass jokes, and they're like, fuck this! And dipped out. Great value, Snake Eyes? Yeah. Looks like some of them already drunk before Halloween put together a ninja costume. Yep. Now we know where Kingpin is headed. It's a lot more exciting. Yes. Yeah, I think I definitely like the idea of them doing Devil's Reign for sure. I just hope they execute it well. And I think they will. I think that's, I think Daredevil Born Again is going to be one of the first examples of Marvel's turnaround. I mean, obviously Deadpool 3 is this year, and it, fucking has to be an example of Marvel's turnaround. But Born Again will be an example of the coming Marvel turnaround on Disney+. And it's mostly, really outside of Love and Thunder and Quantumania, is Disney Plus that has done the most damage to Marvel anyway. So. But yeah, I think that's enough looking at that shizola. Boop. All right. We already got a pretty good amount of feedback on them costumes. Thank you, everybody, for that. David B. says, I could only get through the first 2 episodes of Season 1 of Halo before it bored me to sleep. Rob says, I thought Halo Season 1 was convoluted, but I never played the game and didn't have any expectations. I'm hoping Season 2 makes things less convoluted. Hopeful enough to give it an episode or 2. What was that animated Halo shit that we watched back in the day? Was that just called Red vs. Blue or something? Kept watching to see if it got better, like Secret Invasion. Yeah. That was pretty much it, too. You're just like, okay. Like, each episode gave you just a little something to be like, okay. You didn't like not many people did like Secret Invasion. But yeah, that would, they gave us just enough cool shit in each episode for us to be like, okay, I kind of think, okay, they're building to something. And then that show edged the shit out of us, basically. And then smacked us hard in a soft spot right there at the end. They edged us and then blasted us. Not cool. Brooke says, I loved Halo Reach 1 and 4. Do plan on finishing Halo 2 or 3 in the future. I'm assuming you're referring to the games now. Alright. What is next on Mr. Agenda? Because I'm good on the fashion talk. Even if it is superhero fashion. Oh, yes. Secret Invasion is the fart in a quiet elevator. Yes. What trailers do I think we will get at the Super Bowl? Can't we all pretend it didn't happen, right? Deadpool, for sure. We might get a Sonic 3 teaser. since they dropped that one, and hopefully we'll get like audio confirmation that is Hayden Christensen voicing Shadow. That'll be cool. Ghostbusters was frozen drink. I don't know. It's frozen something. Yep. I think, what other trailers might we get? Is there anything else bigger coming out? Movie or show? I don't know. But yeah, definitely Daredevil, Ghostbusters, and potentially Sonic 3. Now the question is, what kind of Deadpool trailer are we going to get? I have no idea. I just want it to be good because we need hype. Oh, yes, Dune 2. I knew there was another one I was forgetting. Yeah, Dune 2 comes out pretty fucking soon, doesn't it? Or is that this fall? Or this summer? I don't remember. Ooh, you think we'll get a Madam Web trailer since it, one last one before it comes out next Wednesday? All right. We have our usual problem. I'm going to go employ the usual solution. I'll be back shortly. Please don't leave. Isn't there a new Godzilla and Kong movie coming out? Yes, that also could be. Yep, Godzilla X Kong. Whatever the fuck the X is for. But yeah. Alright, so I'm going to go refill my cup and whatnot. I'll be back shortly. Frozen Empire. Thank you, Sabersmith. I knew it was Frozen something. Madam Web is getting absolutely pooed on. Yes. I haven't even seen any early reviews yet either. Probably get those like Monday. Actually, watch the embargo on that movie not even be lifted till Tuesday night or Wednesday morning even. All right. I'm gonna go reload the cup. I'll be back shortly. Please don't leave. And then we'll talk a little Marvel movie, little Disney movie slate stuff, and of course, Carano. Don't leave. Don't leave. Don't leave. Hi. I'm back. All right. Doesn't the last Airbender start this week or next? It is soon. I'm not sure when. Looking forward to see what all the fuss is about. I can approach it with an open mind, never having seen the animated series. Yeah, you will be a lot better off than people who have seen it and very much love it. Because they are not happy. Yeah, that they could drop an ad for that in the Super Bowl. That is true. They could probably use a badass ad for that one right about now. Something to take people's minds off what the showrunners and actors have been saying. All right, so the next topic is Bob Iger had himself an earnings call this week, and part of every earnings call is instilling confidence in the shareholders by virtue of upcoming projects that are supposed to be awesome. So obviously he talked about Deadpool 3 this year, but he also talked about next year's upcoming slate for both Marvel and Star Wars. For Star Wars, he confirmed that the Mandalorian and Grogu movie will come out in 2026. He did not say when in 26, just that it would be coming out in 2026 and that it is leading the slate. So, from Iger's face, the Mandalorian and Grogu movie is the next movie we are getting from Lucasfilm in the Star Wars franchise. Now, after the call, a press release was sent out with allegedly the updated slates for both Marvel and Star Wars. Now, on the Star Wars slate, there are 2 dates open in 2026. There's one in May, and there's one in November. Now, the question is, does that mean we are getting the Mandalorian and Grogu movie in May and the Rey movie in November? Does that mean they're not even going to put anything in the May slot and we're going to get the Mandalorian and Grogu in November? I mean, it is possible that it'll be M&G in May and Rey in November, because they are filming the Mandalorian and Grogu movie in Cali, and they are filming the Rey movie in London. So they could be having that shit basically going at the same motherfucking time. Obviously, with the Mandalorian and Grogu movie being confirmed to lead the slate, that one will be started first. But for the most part, there's a pretty good chance that they'll be at least filming simultaneously. Not completely, but a good chunk. Avatar: The Last Airbender is February 22nd, the day after Bad Batch Season 3 starts. Okay. Alright, so the Bad Batch Season 3 starts a week from this coming Wednesday, and then The Last Airbender starts a week from this coming Thursday. Thank you for that, Stanley's. Appreciated much. Yeah, so I mean, either way, it's going to be interesting. I mean, we're definitely going to get a Star Wars movie in 2026. Possibly 2. He didn't really talk much about the shows that I can recall, as far as Star Wars goes. And then, of course, Mr. Iger also addressed Marvel Studios. He did reiterate his earlier desire to scale back both the cost of the Marvel content and the amount. Gotta say May for Mando? Probably. Probably. I'm inclined to think that it's going to go Mando May, Rey November. Ooh. Okay. So, but yeah, so he reiterated his desire to scale back on the amount of Marvel content, both movies and Disney Plus, and how much they be spending on that shiz. And when it, obviously, again, only Deadpool 3 is coming out from Marvel Studios this year. We do have Sony's Marvel offerings, but, you know, for the most part, that's a whole lot of who gives a fuck. But when Mr. Iger referred to the 2025 Marvel slate, he only mentioned 2 movies. He mentioned Captain America, Brave New World, and the Fantastic Four. And that's it. Now, in that press release that is allegedly updated, we get some conflicting information when it comes to the Marvel slate. First of all, whereas Mr. Iger only mentioned the Fantastic Four and fucking Captain America 4 in the call, whereas the slate they released, sorry about that quick pause, he only mentioned the 2 in the call, but the slate they released still has Thunderbolts and Blade on the schedule in 2025. But Iger did not mention them at all. Yeah, it does make sense. Speaking of which, I cannot wait for the Phantom Menace re-release in theaters. I am so fucking going to that. Y'all going to that? Just a real quick aside. Who all is going to go see the Phantom Menace re-release, the 25th anniversary release in the theaters? Who's going for that shit? Let's just slide into that just for a few minutes, couple minutes. Who's going? I'm fucking going. I got to see that on the big screen again. No? I mean, fucking Duel of the Fates on the big screen again, baby. They haven't started filming Thunderbolts or Blade yet. Well, that's a good reason to delay them. Of course, they haven't started Fantastic Four yet either. They haven't even announced the cast officially. Rick says, I think I'm going to go see Phantom Menace re-release in theaters. Would be a cool experience. Stanley says probably not. Well, Brooke, I forget. You're still pretty young, right? Would you have been able to even go see the Phantom Menace in the theater in 99 and remember it? Would love it if they could do a release Revenge of the Sith in theater someday. Oh, that's, well, I mean, it's the 20, it's going to be, all of them are about to have their 25th anniversaries. Just, you know, Attack of the Clones will be in a couple more years, and then Revenge of the Sith will be a couple more years after that. So I imagine they'll drop each of those in theaters probably around, you know, May the 4th. You know, the year they actually turn 25. That hole in Qui-Gon's chest will be the size of my head. Yeah, especially if they put that shit in IMAX. Rick says, was born in 98, wouldn't have remembered. Yeah, I know. Yeah, so you definitely need to go. You definitely need to go see that shit in the theater, bro. I would say that's a must. I saw it in the theater the first time, so at least I can say I've had that experience the one time, but I want it again. I think you're going to have your chance, dude. I think you're gonna have your chance. I don't see any. If they're doing it for this one, I don't see any fucking reason why they wouldn't do it for the episodes 2 and 3. Like, that would be just fucking stupid. If they only do it for the Phantom Menace, that would just be dumb. Like, even more dumb than they've been. That would be abysmally fucking stupid to only do that for this movie. Stanley's is always a wealth of info. Yeah, between him and Alan. Between him and Alan, we got a pretty good reference section, so to speak. Still remember the first time you saw Empire when you rented it from the Blockbusters? Yeah. I mean, whether you see them on the big or the small screen, the first time you see any Star Wars is always something. You know, even the sequels were something. All the movies are different on the big screen. Rob says so much more visually stunning. Yeah, for sure. You kidding me with this? A New Hope and will be turning 50 the same year. Revenge of the Sith turns 25, y'all. Lucas and Cameron have always used great visual effects to cover up a bad script. Lucas is just better at it. Yeah. So, that'll be sick. We might get 2 Star Wars movies in the theaters that year, folks. And how awesome would that be to get fucking A New Hope and Revenge of the Sith in the same fucking year in theaters? Ooh. They fucking better. They had fucking better. Or no. Yeah, New Hope was 77, right? Or am I fucked up on that? I'm probably fucked up on that. Yep, 77. So yeah, that turns 50. And since, oh no, I'm wrong. I lie. It'll be A New Hope 50 and then Revenge of the Sith in 28. I'm a dumbass. Empire was 80, saw it at a drive-in. Nice. Yeah, that's right. It was 3 years between each of those. And then 2 years between... Was it 2 or was it 3 years between the sequels, too? Or not sequels, but prequels. I know it was 2 years between the sequels. Was it 99, 2002, 2005? For the prequels? Because if that's the case, then it'll be, it'll be 25 years for Attack of the Clones and 50 years for A New Hope in 27. So yeah, we still could get 2 Star Wars movies in 27. Just the wrong prequel I had in mind first, and then I would have been wrong because that would have been 28. But if it was in 3 years now, then it'd be Attack of the Clones, yeah. 99, 02, 05 for the prequels. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, that means A New Hope turns 50 and Attack of the Clones turns 25 the same year. They're 25 years apart. So, yeah, we could get Attack of the Clones and A New Hope in theaters 3 years from now. Now, unfortunately, it'll probably be the updated A New Hope. Where Greedo will still shoot first. George was not perfect, but it's still his baby. So, what the fuck was I talking about? Oh yeah, Marvel shit. So yeah, Iger only mentioned 2, but the press release after the earnings call still listed 4 movies in 2025. Attack of the Clones were 70s porn movies played in the background of the Naboo scenes. Kinda. So who do we believe? Do we believe what could be like an older slate that they released on accident? Music. Yeah, I knew what you meant. And also, there's another discrepancy with that, or possible discrepancy with that slate. And that is the fact that that slate is still calling Avengers 5 Avengers King Dynasty. Even though we've had numerous reports that they're just now referring to it as Avengers 5 because of, Jonathan Majors. I gotta check my cat. Hold on. I love my kitty, but shit. Little fucker's got to get into everything. So, who do we believe more? Iger, who wants to tighten shit up and release less shit, and also focus on the stronger franchises. He made a point of saying that as well. Did I hear Moana 2 got made in Canada? I did not hear Moana 2 got made in Canada. So what do we think? Are we getting 2 or 4 movies in 2025? Do we believe the press release or do we believe Iger? I've been saying several streams ago, Iger is not going to slow money just to bleed out. I have faith in what he says, at least for now. Okay, cool. I firmly believe he does have plans to at some point slow. I did not hear that, Stanley's, but that's pretty sweet. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, so what do you guys think? Are we going to get 2 movies or 4 movies? Are we thinking Iger specifically only mentioned those 2 because that's all we're getting? Did he just mention those 2 because he knew those 2 were much bigger news than Thunderbolts and Blade? Did he mention those 2 because those are the only 2 we're going to get in that released in that press release that happened after the earnings call is old information? Brooks says, have some faith in what Iger says with just focusing on the stronger franchises of Disney. Yeah, well, I mean, he's talking, when he said that, he was talking about within Marvel. So what are the stronger franchises in Marvel? Hopefully Fantastic Four, Avengers, the individual heroes comprising Avengers, Thor, Iron Man. We definitely need more Hulk shit. Hopefully that means World War Hulk will become a priority. Maybe Warner Brothers was right to hold those movies back. Well, like Batgirl? Probably. I think Zaslaw's fucking up with the Coyote versus Acme movie, though. Will Iger even still be there if Elon and his other super billionaire friend, whose name you can't remember, acquire Disney like they've hinted at? That's not happening. It would have to be Elon's super billionaire friend who does most of the heavy lifting, because with the state of the financials at the Twitx, combined with the declining numbers at Tesla, and combined with that compensation package that Judge just threw out, which literally cost him $50 billion in personal value, his purchasing power is shit right now. So I don't see that happening. But if it does happen, there's no way Peltz would be the new CEO. I guarantee that right now. If Elon buys Disney, Peltz is the new CEO. And a shit ton of employees will quit en masse if that ever happens. I guarantee you that. Like, I feel there's enough employees who would be so anti-Elon and Peltz. I think there's enough employees at Disney that would feel that way, that would quit, that it would be enough to literally shut shit down. Stanley says, oh, whoops, I skipped one. I skipped one from Rob a bit ago. Okay, Rob says, I think we're guaranteeing to. I can't imagine they'll rush Blade or Thunderbolts out and have them be shit. Yeah. Well, Blade's already been restarted like 3 times, literally, the script at least anyway. And I know the Thunderbolts is getting a massive reworking as well, so. Stanley says it could be the tour definitely going to be released, but others are maybe, and he was only confirming sure things. Yep. Brooks says, I do hope to see stronger emphasis on Fantastic Four, Avengers, and also Doctor Strange. Yes. He's a popular character, but also, yeah, I want to see Thor and Hulk get their glory back. Definitely. Thor really needs his fucking glory back. That they need to do him right in Thor 5. Like, big time. Honestly, if we get more than just Cap 4 and Fantastic Four in 25, it'll only be one of those 2 leftover movies. The other one will get pushed to 26. Isn't Elon too busy making androids for iRobot? No, he's too busy hacking people's brains. I refer to Neuralink. But, I do believe Iger when he says he wants to cut back. He backhanded admitted that it was partially his fault, but then he ended up blaming the studios anyway about the quantity over quality problem that he now wants to flip. Because, he's Iger, needs a tool like that. But, yeah, I definitely believe him when he wants to cut back. I believe him when he says he wants to focus on the stronger franchises, which is good because, well, we saw what happened when they didn't. So, Brooks says, I do see the potential in Neuralink, but personally I'm still skeptical and a bit distrustful of getting one myself. Yeah. I'm much less skeptical than I am distrustful. I fully believe he'll actually, him or, well, the team of scientists that he employs will figure out a way to make Neuralink work to the point where it can, like, allow a paralyzed person to walk. I think they'll get that far. I just don't trust it to what else they will have built in that, you know, or could, not will, could have built in that they could avoid telling us about. Could the Neuralink actually have the capability at some point of literally hacking us and taking us over? Rob says, I'm not familiar enough with Thor past the 90s. Not sure what story arc they could follow that would do him justice and fit with the multiverse arc. I heard of one. I think All-Father Thor would work. There is an arc that does involve him and Eternity and some other shits. I think it might be the All-Father arc. I'm not 100 on that. Don't quote me. But I think the All-Father Thor arc could actually end up working. Who was it? I was watching a video by Kinda Culty. If you guys haven't watched Kinda Culty's videos, you should go check that motherfucker out. But he mentioned that Thor is due for a massive power-up because Loki got his at the end of Loki Season 2. Like, Loki finally tapped into his true potential. Neuralink is the start on our path of the plot of Johnny Mnemonic. God, I don't even remember the plot of that. And I thought it was mnemonic, like the device you use to remember shit, like MNE, that. Sarah Smith says, I'm not trying to be hateful. However, if Elon gets close to Disney Plus, Star Wars, Marvel, I will riot. Well, I mean, does he have successful companies? Yes. Are they being super successful lately? A couple of them, not so much. And yeah, he would destroy Disney. I mean, obviously, I'm not overly fond of a lot of their decisions lately. At least in terms of content and whatnot. But there is no way in hell that Musk would be an improvement. Not in my mind. Machines can be monitored or hacked. Exactly. And if said machine is already directly tied into my fucking brain, I can be hacked. Fuck that shit. So I can't spell it. Plot is people give up part of their memories to turn their brains into a flash drive. Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds like... Yeah. Sounds about right. But yeah, I think it's the All-Father Thor arc that would work. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Kinda Culty. Check that motherfucker out. But yeah, he was saying that at the end of Loki Season 2, Loki finally tapped into like started to tap into his full power potential. And he is theorizing that Thor is due for something similar. And that Thor 5, because of that, in the comics, Thor's massive power-up was becoming All-Father Thor. So All-Father Thor could be the plot of Thor 5. Brooks says, I do think it's cool machines can be used to enhance human ability and intelligence, but yeah, at what cost? Ultimately, it's about what you want and what you are willing to sacrifice. Yeah. That's facts, bro. That is facts. if Thunderbolts and Blade are delayed, was that something that's going to annoy you guys at all? Well, Father Thor sounds dope. Imagine an old grizzled Thor like his father ultimately reaching his full potential. I don't know if he gets old and grizzled in that arc. I've just heard about that arc. But, yeah, he is insanely fucking powerful as All Father Thor, so. And let's face it, after what they've... Alan don't care? Okay. I mean, let's face it, after what they did to him in Love and Thunder, and even a little bit in Ragnarok, because Ragnarok was even still fairly goofy, but it ended up being really good. Mostly because I think someone had a leash on Taika for that one. But after that one a little, and definitely after Love and Thunder, Thor's character... I mean, hell, even after what they did to him in Endgame, making him all fucking fat and a bitch. They owe Thor a massive glow up. Like, massive glow up. They owe Thor a massive glow up. So, yeah, running with the, adapting the All-Father Thor into Thor 5 would be sick. And the move. Thor is being set up to be king, but they sidestepped it by giving the crown to Valkyrie. Yeah, I don't know why the fuck they even made that decision. Because literally that decision led to Love and Thunder. Yeah, but whatever. I mean, we're stuck with what we're stuck with now. I appreciated PTSD Thor, same as PTSD Tony Stark. I mean, I appreciate the fact that they acknowledge that even, you know, demigods or pseudo-gods or whatever also can suffer from PTSD. I mean, that acknowledging that is cool. I just think they could have done it differently. Is all. Like, they handled Tony's pretty well. Thought they overdid the fat jokes in Endgame. Yeah. Yeah, Endgame overall was inferior to Infinity War. Really. I mean, that's like saying, you know, Doom is inferior to Reed Richards. You know, they're both goddamn smart. Just one is not quite as smart as the other. That's, you know, Endgame to Infinity War. Endgame was still really fucking good, but it wasn't as good as Infinity War. David B says, I thought Chris Hemsworth was sick of playing Thor. If so, who would replace him? Well, no. He has said he would come back as long as they did the character well. Oh, hi, buddy. How's my baby? Say hi to everybody. Don't fuck up anything. I will let you hang out as long as you don't mess with stuff. But so yeah, I mean, if they give them an appropriately, I mean, it's the reports are already out there that they want to go darker with Thor 5 anyway. Like, they were already looking at Gareth Edwards as a director allegedly, and we know he does some fairly serious type of movies. Yes, hello. Hi, baby. But so yeah, I mean, it's already being noised about that they want to go darker with Thor 5. Hemsworth said he'll only come back if they, like, you know, do Thor a hell of a lot better. So, I mean, the reported direction Marvel wants to take that movie is a direction that Hemsworth would be down for. So, I'm pretty sure we're getting him back. This guy? buddy. Stop it. This is Darth Smudge. He's named Smudge because of this smudge on his nose right here. And Darth Smudge because he's my pet and I wanted a Sith. And it turns out when it comes to one of my stepdaughter's cats that picked on him a shit ton when he was a kitten, he is a full Sith Lord when it comes to her. He will literally trap her in rooms. He will block her from her food bowl. When it comes to her, he is a true Sith Lord. Cat fur. Blech. Sarah Smith, I would volunteer at LF as a security guard just to kick him off the property. Okay, I'll see myself out. I have already lost the thread of what you're referring to, Sabersmith. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to refresh my brains on what the fuck you're talking about. I apologize, man. Rob says, the problem I have with all this expansion of IP, for lack of a better phrase, is that the writers and directors haven't made me really care about any of the characters, except Guardians of the Galaxy and Shuri on Black Panther 2. Spider-Man, of course, but none of the others move. Exactly. Well, they spent time not only in the Infinity Saga, they spent time not just developing the main characters, but connecting them. In Phase 4, we just got a bunch of stuff. And not really well done stuff. Not really well developed new characters. Like, they could have made us care about She-Hulk. They could have. They could have made us care about Moon Knight. They could have just flat out done Secret Invasion better. You know? They could have made us care more about Ms. Marvel. Even though, for me, she's the best of the bunch. New bunch. They could have made us care more about Kate Bishop. I mean, hell, for that matter, they could have made us care more about Yelena in the Black Widow movie. And more when they brought her back for Hawkeye. So, yeah, they failed at making us give a shit. That is the biggest problem. Yeah. Any further thoughts on the Marvel slate before we get into our final topic of the evening? Anybody? They've played it safe, like trying a field goal. It's safe, and they still flub kicks at critical moments. There's still no defending Dan Campbell, Buttlord. Marvel has clanged off the post a dozen times. Yes. Yes, they have. Any others, or are we ready for it? All right. Here we fucking go. Twas announced, I believe, Monday. But definitely early this week that, God damn it, that Ms. Gina Carano had filed a lawsuit against Disney and Lucasfilm for $75,000 plus potential, punitive and other kind of damages. But the only specific amount asked for is $75,000. And she wants her job back. And she's suing for wrongful termination, discrimination, and something else. Now, I have absolutely no desire to go back and have the argument over whether or not what she posted was bad enough to get her fired. That part has already happened. I want to stick more towards the legal side of things. Now, obviously, whether the intent of those posts is one of the keys to the trial, but there are bigger keys. Now, I keep hearing a back and forth on this one, and I would love someone to be able to tell me 100% for sure. Was she actually fired, or was her contract up at the end of Mando Season 2 and they were just sick of her and decided not to renew it? Can anyone in the chat tell me which that is 100% for cheesy? I mean, we can go what if either way, but I would really love to know if someone can let me know. Let's say she was not actually fired. Carrie says 90% fired. Okay. Saber says Star Wars games give us better stories than live action, at least sometimes. Yeah. That's completely fair. Okay. Well, just on the excuse me, off chance, just to cover it because it's going to be a quick cover. Let's say they just decided not to renew an expired contract. This lawsuit's dead before it started. If that's the case. Stanley says Gina was supposed to be starring in that Rangers of the New Republic show. I think it was in production. Yeah, well, they ended up... part of the reason that Mando Season 3 was so funky is because they crammed a couple of storylines from Rangers of the New Republic into that show. Like that whole Dr. What's-His-Fuzz arc that was just dropped into the middle of that one episode. I'm sure was part of the Rangers of the New Republic stuff. Possibly even that little stop at Jack Black's planet was part of the Rangers of the New Republic stuff. Trying to think. I feel like Carson Teva was up to something. And that also would have been part of the Rangers of the New Republic stuff. Rob says fired, and the contracts people sign have clauses about public conduct. There are termination and separation clauses. Yes. All right, so if they voided her contract, it's all going to come down to the language in said contract. That's going to be the biggest fight of the whole thing. Was there language in the contract about having restrictions on social media posts or stuff you can say in interviews or what have you? Was there language in the contract about a certain amount of warnings? Like is there a progressive system for you fucking up? Like, did she work her way up that whole progressive system? Harris says it seems like a lot of the Carson, Teva, and Bo-Katan stuff would have been Rangers of the New Republic with Cara Dune instead of Mando. Yeah. Probably. Stanley says, well, why wasn't Pedro fired as he did similar posts but in the opposite spectrum? One reason is, from what I understand, is he stopped when he was told to. And supposedly Gina was repeatedly warned to knock it the fuck off, and she refused to. I think that's probably the biggest thing. Oh, and he apologized. Gina has yet to do that as well. So, yeah, basically he kissed ass and towed the line from that point on, so they let it go. Not well, yeah, no, that is speculation, but I'd say it's speculation that makes sense, Harris. Rob says they just owe her what they owe her based on, like you said, the language in the contract. Elon is a shit stain on the underwater of life. Just because he's intelligent and has accomplished a lot doesn't mean he isn't anything but a shit stain. Always has been. Yes. Yep. 100% agree. So it's going to come down to exactly what the clauses say, allow and disallow, and whether what she posted actually did violate those clauses in their specific language or not. That will determine whether or not she wins or loses. However, in my personal opinion, no jury. This won't see the inside of a courtroom outside of motion hearings. Basically, if Disney is not successful with a motion to quash or dismiss or whatever, they're going to settle. Just like they did with Victoria Alonso. Because they don't have the time for this shit. They really don't have the excess money for a prolonged court battle, along with everything, all their other problems. And let's face it, they've probably got information, or they've probably got shit that would come out in Discovery that they do not want out there. So, if this case does not, if they are not successful with a motion to dismiss, this bitch will be settled shortly thereafter. Whatever shortly would be in legal in these situations. Like whatever the normal window is for a case getting settled, it'll be in the earlier part of that window, in my mind. What do you guys think, though? Do you think this case? Do you think Gina has a shot? Do you think this case will make it past a motion to dismiss? And if so, do you think it'll actually make it to trial, or will Disney settle? What do you think? Chat. Does she have a case? Will it get tossed? Will it actually go to trial if it doesn't get tossed? Or will Disney pony up a big-ass check and probably an NDA for her to sign to go with the check? And will it be over? I need to lean back. My neck's killing me. Excuse me. Stanley says Disney does have a long history of fucking over employees, so I do hope it does go to court and a precedent is set. Disney to settle with NDA. Brooke says Gina definitely has a lot of support going for her. Whatever comes to pass, we'll have to see. I do think maybe she has a case because originally she was supposed to be in a lot of new upcoming shows. Yeah, probably Disney may settle with new NDA. Rob says, sorry, I've been binging those Supreme Court hearings. Fascinating. Wait a minute, which Supreme Court hearings? I mean, Gina, obviously, Gina's got Musk bucks behind her, for one. She's got a lot of online support, for two. None of that really. I mean, Musk's money can make a difference just in terms of, quality and number of lawyers that can be brought to bear upon her case. Her online support means jack shit in terms of the outcome, in terms of affecting the outcome of this case. I don't know. I mean, could she possibly be stubborn enough and not accept a settlement and actually make it go to trial? It's possible she could be that stubborn. I mean, it really all depends on what her goals are. If her goal is truly to force Disney to bring her back, plus a decent check, then she may not accept a settlement. I don't know that that is her actual goal. It could be, considering she really hasn't done much of anything successful that I can think of offhand since The Mandalorian. I mean, she's got that shitty movie she did for fucking Daily Wire. That didn't do a damn thing. So, she could see it as a good career move for her to force her way back into Disney. Or she could just get a shit ton of money from Disney, start her own production company. Who the fuck knows? I personally think Disney will find her price. They seem to be able to find people's prices. They kind of have a knack for it. But you never know. I mean, it's not like Elon is a big-ass fan of Disney and or Bob Iger right now. He could potentially threaten to turn off the tap if Gina doesn't take it to trial, just because of his own personal desire to fuck with Bob Iger in significant ways. Oh yeah, about Musk, while I do think he's very intelligent and has accomplished a lot, doesn't mean he isn't flawed like everyone else. Plus, smart people can do some dumb stuff sometimes. For what it's worth, I did like Gina Carano's performances in Mando. Would love it if she returns to the franchise. Rob says, we love Goofy. No one gives a crap about Gina Carano, really. Rob also says, Brooke, I agree with you on her performance and character, but she isn't a marquee talent that could headline a franchise. If she was, Disney would likely have kept her on. Harris says, even if he's not trying to buy out Disney, it seems like he's at least gunning up to get people on the board over there. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's a big backer of Peltz. That is for sure. And again, I think even if he's successful getting Peltz on the board, plus, a couple other people, again, I still think it will ultimately lead to a lot of sudden employee departures. That will be enough to negatively affect the business in a quick manner and an impactful manner. So, but yeah, I think Disney's going to find her price, and I think she's going to take her check and go do whatever. I mean, if she really wants to be Cara Dune that bad, though, good luck to her. Honestly, I think if it goes to trial, it'll honestly be more Elon than her. Now I see the importance of Delaware voiding his Tesla compensation agreement. He tried to snag $50 billion to buy Disney shares. Right, yeah. Yeah, that one hurt him. That one hurt him bad. Bedtime for me. See you all later. All right, David, man. Again, always, thanks for coming in. I appreciate you being here and chit-chatting and hanging. Have a good night, man. Don't forget, I'll be on Sidetrack next Saturday. Probably. That's the plan for now. So yeah, what do you guys think? Does she have a case? What are the odds it goes to trial? If it does go to trial, will that be more Gina or more Elon? If it does go to trial, exactly how damaging will that be to Disney, do you think? Based on what could come out in Discovery. It won't catch OJ trial eyes? No. If it does, again, it'll be because the Musk name is involved. I mean, that's... There was not a headline about her suing Disney without his name also in it. Let's face it. It was Elon Musk backs Gina Carano's suing Disney. Or some shit like that. Gina Carano and Elon Musk suing Disney. Both their names were in every headline. Harris says, I think she's got a defamation case. If anything, they'll most likely settle, though. I don't know that she has a defamation case so much as she would have a discrimination case, potentially. It all depends, again, on her language and how her posts are interpreted within the trial. It has to catch on and stay in the public. Otherwise, the case dies quickly, Rob says. Oh, yeah, that's for sure. Well, I mean, I don't see how it won't stay in the public. Musk's involved in it, and he is killing, but owns still the biggest social media site this side of Facebook. So, in the TwitX verse, it will be alive and well the entire time. It's how involved the people that don't live there will get in it, and how curious those people will get in it. You are correct. I don't know if she has enough to win. I think she's got enough for it not to get tossed. So I think it's going to get settled. Stanley says, I heard Leslie Headland was behind some of the online attacks on Gina on the orders of KK. I mean... not impossible. Unlikely, I would say, because that would just be like goddamn pathetic for like adults that work in a massive studio. So I would hope not, but I'm not going to dismiss it out of hand either. Disney doing it the way they did, got her agent to drop her and SAG to drop her. She'll use those to say they defamed her and made it harder for her to get good work. Yeah, okay, yeah. That makes sense. Okay, yeah. So she could actually argue both discrimination and defamation of character. I mean, those two are pretty easily relatable. For sure. Those two are definitely easily relatable for sure. I know. I just think they find her price if it doesn't get immediately dismissed. And I think there's enough there for it not to get immediately dismissed. I see a Brinks truck in Gina Carano's future. And then not a lot of talking about it after that. That's what I think is going to happen. That's my take. Are there any further thoughts on this particular situation? And if not, are there any other thoughts on anything? Questions, concerns, further comments? Because that is the last thing I wanted to talk about. So we are at that point where it's y'all bring up some shit or we get the fuck out of here. Well, you guys are deciding that. Let me just go ahead and say, once again, thank you all for being here. And whether you are participating in the chat or just lurking and listening, I appreciate it. If you are watching on the replay and made it all the way through, thank you very, very much. Everybody, live or not, or replay, please make sure to leave a like. And if you have not yet done so, please hit that subscribe button and also hit that notification bell so it is full and not hollow. And that way you will know anytime I put out any sort of content, be it pre-recorded video or go live like I am now, which again I do every Saturday evening at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. How am I doing with the comics? I've read a few. I'm kind of on a break right now, and then I'll probably be getting back into it pretty soon. Like, I don't think you were here early enough when I was talking about it, but I've acquired access to Max and found that they have all the dope animated DC shit. So, like, I've been watching the old Batman animated series and the occasional DC full-length animated feature because those are dope as shit too. So I'm kind of going back and forth, but I'm loving it. I'm loving the comics. Thank you again so much. How have I been? Surviving. Like, I haven't put out a video in a couple weeks. I don't know if y'all noticed. But that's because it's been very hard for me to get my poop in a group on a daily basis. It's been... I've had shitty mentals for a few weeks, so it's been very hard to find the motivation / creativity to actually do a video. Live streaming is easy. I just turn everything on and go. Or it's easier than making a video. Just turn everything on. Well, I got to make a thumbnail, but other than that, I just turn everything on and fucking go. And it's therapeutic. Much more therapeutic than actually doing a video, so. Brooke says, I think I'm good for tonight. Really appreciate the thoughtful discussion on the news. I appreciate you being here and joining in said discussion. Really interested to see how this feud between Carano and Disney will turn out. Yeah. Like I said, I personally feel the most likely scenario is settlement, but I'll tell you what, if it gets forced to trial, woo-wee, ooh, it's gonna get, oh my god, the fireworks will be fucking insane, yo. So I kind of almost hope that happens, honestly, because we will have so fucking much to talk about. So much, excuse me, so fucking much to talk about if that happens. Great stream, fires, good night all. Justice League Doom is fave. I've heard so many good things about Justice League Doom. Harris says, sorry about that, Harris. I haven't had power in days. Oh, that sucks booties. Are you on the West Coast? Did you get stormed out of your power? And again, I want to remind you all one more time that as it stands right now, I will provide updates and or reminders as the situation determines. But 1 week from today at noon Eastern, I will be joining Jay over at Sidetrack for a live. I have no idea what the fuck we're going to be talking about. He just messaged me. He's like, hey, let's do a live. And I'm like, fuck yeah. So that's going to happen 1 week from today, the 17th, at noon p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, check that shit out. And, of course, next Saturday, we'll be right back here as well, of course. And then I'm gonna try and get my shit together and put out some kind of fucking video for you guys this week. I'll figure something out. Even if it's just a quick one, I'll get you guys something to watch. Brooks says, hey Carrie, yep. Might check out Justice League Doom. Yeah, animated films is a go. DC animation studios is so good. They really need to move their writers over to the, live. Gunn should utilize that writing staff. I'll put it that way. You're on the East Coast and got over 100 centimeters of snow. God damn! Oh, that's right. I forgot. You're up there. You're up there in Canada. 100 centimeters of snow. 2.5 centimeters to an inch. Damn, that's still like right around, give or take, 4 feet in our measurements. Fucking good gravy. That sucks ass. Well, I hope you get your power back soon. If not, you may need to go hit up a motel or something. Bury yourself in blankets, some shit. Doom has Vandal Savage as the villain. Great Vandal Savage story. Not the shit Legends of Tomorrow Vandal Savage. Okay, good. Watch Young Justice. You'll get all kinds of stuff to talk about. Yeah, I've heard good things about Young Justice. I think the fucking Superman Red Sun is going to be fucking dope too. All right then. Thank everybody. Much love to everybody. Again, whether you're here live or on the replay. If you just got your power back, nice! Woo! Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So yeah, much love to you all. Much gratitude to you all tonight. Oh, okay. Well, either way, still, that's dope. Hopefully you've got your heater cranked up and getting nice and toasty. And then maybe even getting into some booze or whatever and getting even more toasty. But yes, much love and Yeah, right? That is Michigan level shit. Or Michigan Tech level shit. But yes, much love to you all. Much gratitude to you all. You take care too, Carrie. Thank you for being part of this community. Thank you for being part of the chill. Thank you for hanging out. I hope you guys have fun. Hope you enjoy yourselves. I hope you enjoyed the conversation. And I hope you have a good rest of your weekend. And we'll see you all next week in some fashion or another. So be good to each other. Be good to the world at large, even though we all know they're shitty and not good to us for the most part. And always remember that there's always a good time to be had when you're chilling right here in the basement. Much love, y'all. See ya! Oh, yeah. That was a good stream. I think that was a good stream. I think you guys thought that was a good stream. I think. That was a good stream. That was a good stream. That was a good convo. It was a fun convo. I enjoyed it immensely. I think you enjoyed it too. Please be safe this upcoming week, because I want to see y'all back. I hope y'all have a good week. I hope your families are well. I hope they stay that way. And of course, as always, constantly, thank you for being part of this community and channel and hanging out with me on Saturday nights. But in the meantime, please do me this one small favor. Get out of my damn basement! Much love, peace!